Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to DRL Degenerate Race League iRacing Edition. It is your host, Tyler Morgan, back in the broadcast booth once again. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you to our lovely Patreon Gold subscribers for making all of this possible. We have a brilliant broadcast for you this evening from the iconic Down Under Mount Panorama. So, we bring you the broadcast now we are watching Morgan Deno's current first lap. You get 15 minutes or 4 laps depending on how you wish to use it. All the drivers currently right now are out on track except for Andy, Nick, and Hansen, who are there on the left-hand side of your screen. Currently, I do believe the first one out was Evan, so we are going to watch on board with him, as I think him and Morgan have just come out pretty much at around the same time. So there'll be there'll be some tight knits in and out of there, but personally, I prefer Evan in his wonderful Aston Martin number 52. Bathurst is going to offer definitely some complexity to all of this. Actually, the first person out on track is Salas. He is the number 37 car, so we are going to ride on board with him. As always, with tradition, whenever I do DRL broadcast, the first driver on track to do their qualifying lap will get my attention, and then after that, we will just go based purely on time gained. So, here comes the number 37 Ford Mustang driver of Silas Jansen, looking to just try and get a good lap time on the board. Currently at a projected time of a 2:01. Those will definitely not be the lap times, as Evan was fastest in the practice session with a 2:03.2. We'll be looking to see those lap times from Evan, but maybe not from everybody else. We will see how this all runs out. Just make sure my mic is indeed on. It is. Through the now going up the mountain is Salas. Now, this is an actual road, which always intrigues me. This is an actual road. People drive on this road. It's not just for racing. People actually drive on this road, which is fascinating to even fathom about. Salas takes a little bit of that inside curve there. It's not too bad. You just don't want to grind it. That will unsettle your car. And Bathurst, as you can tell going down the mountain, it is just the track limit is the walls. These walls will not help you. These walls will hurt you. It is just straight concrete here down at Bathurst. We've lost a few other drivers. Either they're in the pits or they're just kind of milling about doing their lap times now as we speak. Salas Jansen will be the first driver to cross the line. After that, it will be the number 9 of Mr. Bozak. I think, actually, nope, he will not. It will be the number 52 of Evan Zaborg. And the first lap time on the board was a 2:05 set by Salas. He will set the time to beat. And then I do believe that is going to be Evan Zaborg absolutely destroying that lap time. We're going to try and sort by best here. And that's going to be Morgan Deno setting it P2 with a 2:04.8. And then that'll be Mr. Juan Cruz with a 2:06.1. That will get good enough for P4. Setting a banker lap at Bathurst is very important, I feel like. The only reason why it is because there's odds that your other opponents probably won't get lap times, as these walls are very, very unforgiving. We're going to ride on board with Evan. He is the fastest of the qualifiers so far. And then we got Russ McMillan or McMillian, sorry. Let me put some respect on that name. Currently sits P5 now after just setting a lap time. A quick check on the Jays reveals they are still down 3-1. However, they have a runner on first with 1 out. So, oh, sorry, 2 outs now. Runner on first. So, unlikely that the Jays will win on that note, which is quite sad. Yeah, Andy Jackson setting a P5 lap. That is almost the same as Mr. Juan Cruz, within a tenth. Currently, as it stands right now, there's not a lot of improvement on the drivers. Maybe Juan Cruz, he's looking to find a little bit of time. Same with Mr. Bozak. No improvement there. Oh, actually, that is an improvement for Morgan. Samuel Bozak drops it all the way up into P4 after complaining for the very limited practice session time that he took, that he was not going to be able to get a good enough lap in. Juan Cruz now goes into P4. So that is going to be a good enough lap for... Let's ride on board with a person who is yet to set a lap. We will ride on board with the number 82 of Curtis Hubbard. Lowest I rating in the server. Besides me, of course, I'm under 1K, so everyone can flame me for that. We have 2 Astons, 3 Fords, 2 Porsches, 1 BMW, 2 Mercedes, 1 McLaren, 1 Ferrari. Did I mention we have 2 Astons? So, still plenty of time for the drivers to set some qualifying laps. They have around 7 minutes or so. Andy finding the necessary pace to get himself up into P2. Morganetto not that far off, and Salas Jansen also finding that lap within a tenth. So, from P3 to P6, it's very tight on these margins, folks. So, any amount of time gained, especially in those areas, will be very important. Evan, however, is just in a class of his own. 3 drivers still have yet to set a lap. The number 60 Ferrari, the number 88 Mercedes, and the number 390 Aston Martin. Morgan Deno is going to find himself now in P2 with a 2:04.2. That is 1.2 seconds behind Evan. Right on board with McMillian here, looking to set a pretty good lap time. If he can hold it, he'll gain some time. But he's just got to hold it right now. That is a 2:05.4. That's going to get him close to Bozak, but not close enough to pass. Those margins very, very, very tight right now. Number 97 is going to be next to cross the line. That is going to be Mr. Andy Standy Jackson, taking that nice final corner just perfect. And that's going to plop himself up into P2 with a 2:03.9. Get some separation from Morgan Deno. The number 5 is going to be next across the line. That is Blake Roach. Followed quickly behind a few other drivers. Don't believe there's going to be any movement in the times. Morgan looking to maybe, just maybe, get close enough. Or maybe get past Mr. Jackson. He comes across the line, and he will do so. 0.1 second. And look how close those lap times are, folks. Absolutely tight in the midfield unless you are Evan Zaborg. Throw it onto TV2 here. Just looking to find some improvement by Blake Roach. He is 2 seconds back. If he can somehow nail a sector here, he's going to be looking golden. That Jack Daniels livery looking very nice. Makes me want to drink myself watching my Jays absolutely get pinballed. Drift around. Blake Roach will find time, but it's not going to be enough. As Alex Hansen plops himself up into P4 after not basically doing a lap at all. What can Vestralla, the number 88 Mercedes, have in store for the rest of the group? What times can we find here from the number 88, as the number 60 will not set a lap time this session? Find himself in P10. Is he just set on the... Weird. Andy there makes sense, but why is he just stopped out on the track? That's probably, hopefully, a glitch, because he can't just sit there. But we'll see. And that is him stopping. I don't think Vetrella's going to have enough time. Yeah, I just think... I think Vetrella is going to run out of time here before he's able to set another lap. So I think they're good enough. It's only going to be good enough for P10. And yep, the wall will decide that fate for him. So, ladies and gentlemen, the qualifying order on the left-hand side of your screen is what will be the race start order. You have Evan Zaborg in P1 as usual, followed by Morgan Denno in P2. Then you have Andy Jackson in P3, Alex Hansen P4, Salas Janssen P5, Juan Cruz P6, Sam Pitstop Bozak in P7, Russ Money McMillian in 8th, Blake Roach in 9th, Emrit Vestralla in 10th, Curtis Hubbard in 11th, and Nick Chino in 12th with not setting a lap time. I once again, folks, want to thank our Patreon subscribers once again for making this possible and their continued support to DRL. We would not be able to do this without them, and their support and continued support is greatly appreciated. All right, back to the racing we go. We're just waiting for the drivers to come out onto the track. It's not a full form lap. It's just going to be a quarter form lap. Interesting. All right. Hey, there's a guy named Tony not on the list. Oh, maybe it's yes, the Patreon Gold subscribers. You don't get to be on that list. Unless you're gold, you're not on the list. But any Patreon subscriber is well appreciated and thanked in DRL. Now we just have 2 more drivers that need to get onto the grid. And off goes the pace car. Once again, to be reminded of the order, it is Evan Zaborg, Morgan Denno, Andy Jackson, Alex Hansen, Salas Jansen, Juan Cruz, Sam Bozak, Russ McMillian, Blake Roach, Vestralla, Hubbard, and Nick, who has not come out. Is he starting in the pits then? He must be. If he number 97, that's actually Andy Jackson, who's going to be starting in the pits. Remember, when the safety car goes is when the field can get going. It will be up to Evan Zaborg, who decides when this race starts getting going. And now we will get going. The green flag waves, and off we go here at DRL iRacing. So far, all looks good. Evan Zaborg will take the lead into turn 1. No collisions happening at the back. That's always a good sign to see. Andy Jackson's just going to have to hold on. Him starting from the pit lane is a result of his penalty. And Vestralla has gained 2-3 positions off the start. So far, no yellow flags. Everyone's got. Now it is time, folks, to get up the mountain. This is where it becomes difficult. This is where you'll have drivers possibly make mistakes. It is lap 1. These tires may be a little bit cold from not having a full form lap. So we're going to see how it goes with everyone going up the mountain. Andy Jackson far behind the rest. He's got some work to make up, but he does have the pace to do so. Salas Johnson has gained 2 places. Mr. Bozak has gained 2 places. Vestralla has gained 3 places. So far, no yellow flags. Everyone seems to be just fine. Oh, that's the number 20. Staying back a little bit. Same with the number 82, slowing down in these tight moments. Zaborg trying to run away here. Trying to get away from Morgan Denno, who is in fact chasing. However, the closest battle we have right now is Mr. Bozak trying to get Mr. Alex Hansen. Comment below if you have predictions, please. It's always nice to hear predictions. Always nice to talk to the viewers, especially when you start to get these kind of races where Juan Cruz is now looking on a move for Mr. Bozak, and he is going to try not to kill him. And trying not to hit the back of Bozak has caused him to lose a place to the number 88 and possibly lose even another position to Blake Roach behind. Good job avoiding the incident. However, he is going to have lost a place because of that, and maybe even one more. But it does not seem likely. Blake Roach gonna have to just follow behind as best he can. That BMW, a little bit more of a fat, can't use that word in these tight corners. No yellow flags yet. No one's made it into the wall, surprisingly. Kind of disappointed. I was hoping for carnage. Alas, there is no carnage. And for that, we are sad. Oh, just as I say that, we have Sam Bozak in the wall. Let's take a look at that replay as to see why that happened. Sam Bozak may have crashed. Sam Bozak has crashed, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, but that may not be surprising for some. Sam Bozak's going to find himself now deep in last place, losing four positions from the start. We're going to look at Blake Roach trying to find any type of momentum on Mr. Juan Cruz, just like the Jays are trying to find any momentum to try and get back in their ball game. Blake Roach letting Juan Cruz know he's coming. But no move is made. He's just going to have to sit there and wait. Andy Jackson on the backside also looking maybe at a potential overtake. And as I say that, great defending from Mr. Cruz. Great defending indeed. That BMW looking for any place to make that overtake, and he's just not finding it at the moment. Andy Jackson looking for a move down the inside, and he will find it. Hubbard, I don't know if he had gotten into the wall there. We'll take a look and see if he indeed got close enough to the wall. A little bit of a grind on the wall. Oh, this is going to... Ooh. Blake Roach and Juan Cruz are going to go side by side now. With Russ, Money McMillan, and Blake Roach looks like he has gotten past. As through the fast right-hander they go. Is Juan Cruz going to go down the inside? No, he's not. That is an overtake gained for Blake Roach that puts him up into P5. New fastest lap for Evan Zaborg, a 2:03.8. Russ Money McMillan with a beautiful pass on Juan Cruz, as Juan Cruz is going to go and do his pit stop early. Interesting strategy, folks. Let's see if it works out for him, as that is now Addison Barger walk and Kiner Falefa getting a single. So runners on first and second for the Jays with nobody out. A beautiful opportunity, just like Russ Money McMillan, if he can hold on and maybe find a beautiful opportunity here to maybe get past the BMW of Blake Roach. Juan Cruz coming out behind Sam Bozak. Was that for an overtake? Let's see, because they were pretty close. Take a look on the chopper. Oh yeah, easy. It was for the pits. Alex Hansen's driving slowly. Why is that? Ooh. Ooh. That could have been interesting. Currently, the closest battles out on track is Juan Cruz trying to get Bozak and Russ Money McMillian trying to catch Blake Roach. Those are the two closest battles we have right now. This is where maybe the McLaren, maybe, just maybe, can hold on and just get some runs in. No overtake done there. Juan Cruz. Maybe, just maybe. Good defense by Mr. Bozak. A very good defense indeed. They will have to wait the turn. Andy Jackson's also starting to approach this battle now. Very, very tight. Very, very close battle between the two cars up ahead. Andy Jackson wants to be a part of this battle. Anyone have any comments, suggestions, predictions, curses? It's all welcome here while I'm here. Russ McMillian looking for an opportunity, maybe, just maybe, to get past Blake Roach. He's going to have to worry about Andy Jackson, though, because that time is coming soon. Andy coming from the pit start. Thank you for following Flight Sim Races. I'm 88. Hello there. Nice to see you, Andy Joe. And that is a collision that's going to send Russ McMillian all the way down, as Andy just, we'll have to take a look at that from a different angle, because that was just a kind of, not an unfortunate circumstance, but I couldn't tell if maybe, oh, careful coming back on this, or oh, that was real tight there. Sam Bozak definitely had a code brown there, as that is going to be Russ Money into the pits. Juan Cruz still looking for that opportunity as he's going to go down the inside. Defended well by the, as we have a Porsche on Porsche battle. Defended well by Mr. Bozak. It is difficult to pass here going up the mountain. Juan Cruz giving Bozak literally every bit of pressure he can. We're going to stick on tight with this battle. As I say that, though, Andy Jackson is right on the back of Blake Roach. Oh my God, Springer home run to make it 4-3 Jays. Are you kidding me? Oh, they're going to go side by side here, Andy and Blake Roach. It is BMW versus Ford, and down the inside they go. Andy's going to have the inside, and he is going to make that overtake stick. What a beautiful move to hang around the outside. The outside then becomes the inside. Beautiful move by Andy Jackson. A beautiful home run by George Springer to make it 4-3. Here comes Juan Cruz. Not an overtake on Samuel Bozak just yet, but there is the opportunity here at the end of this turn. Is he going to be late on the brakes? Nope, he is going to elect to fold in. Wait until the next straight to maybe have an opportunity. He's just got to have a better exit. But alas, it will not be. We will just have to hold for now. This Porsche on Porsche battle. For position, mind you. The other gaps you can see on your screen are close, but not close enough. Bozak is catching up to Curtis Hubbard quite quickly. Almost 2 seconds just through the mountain section alone. Little bit of a bump on the exit there. Alex Hansen getting close to Salas Janssen, but not close enough just yet. We're going to have a three-way battle here between Hubbard, Bozak, and Cruz. A very close and tight battle. Now Lucas, if Vladdy home runs, the stadium will go ballistic. Oh, what is Hubbard going to do? He's going to get the triple slipstream effect. Down the inside goes Bozak. What is Cruz going to do here? Oh, and Cruz is going to go. And that is into the wall for Hubbard, allowing both Cruz and Bozak to pass. I don't know if that was unintentional or not. But that is Hubbard falling down the order. If you're wondering where Andy is, folks, he did in fact box. He was in the box for 21.6 seconds. Likely due to the damage with McMillian there of Russell. That in the background you hear is the Hubbard Ford Mustang. Keeping an eye on the number 37 and the 390, who are getting in a very close battle. Closer and closer each time we look. Want to see if the number 6 does indeed fact make a move here. He moves towards the inside, late on the brakes, hopping the curb, almost contact made. But contact is indeed not made. He's going to have to fall down the inside. Salas Janssen keeps the position on Alex Hansen. Oh, the move definitely was there. It just was not to be for... just wasn't of fruition. Andy spun about 30 seconds ago? Okay. Yes, the driver. The driver of Evan Zaborg is definitely the reason the Aston Martin is leading this race. Because normally the Aston sucks. Both in F1 and in... Oh, Bozak is all over the place with this friggin' Juan Cruz behind him. We have another Aston following close behind. Did Andy spin about 30 seconds ago? Ooh, Chris Hubbard actually towed himself back to the pits. We'll see how that worked out. Oh, that is a tough look. Still no moves yet. Yep. I'll take a look at it once I can see the replay. Oh no, Russ may have crashed. I'll have to go check that out too. So much is going on. I want to go look at the replays, but I just can't seem to get any of it. There's almost too much going on for me to show replays, and that's kind of a good thing. Round the outside for Juan Cruz? That was ambitious. All right, we're going to go take a look at some of those things. So, Andy Jackson may have crashed. Let's see where he does so. Oh! Oh! My God! That is so close. Oh, that's not a spin. That's a crash. We're going to take a look at Russ Money McMillan to see where he has crashed. He's crashed in the exact same spot. And that is Hubbard driving slowly. We're going to take a look here. Oh. Doesn't want to get involved in that battle. So, folks, that was your almost mid-race recap there. 24 minutes to go. All right. We're going to quickly go through the order. Even though it's on your left, we'll run through it just to give some drivers some TV time. We got Evan Zaborg in his number 52 Aston Martin leading the pack all by himself. Morgan Denno not having a lot of competition. Finds himself in P2. Did we lose? They pit stopped. That's why, maybe. So Alex Hansen kind of lost off time. All right, so Alex Jensen will find himself P3 now that Alex Hansen has pit. He's given himself some breathing room. Blake Roach finds himself currently in P4. Alex Hansen sitting in the pits. Same with Russ Money McMillan, but Russ is in last. Alex Hansen is in 5th. He's going to try and get ahead of this battle of Bozak and Cruz, who have, I think, both stopped. Cruz, yes. Bozak, no. So he stay ahead of that battle. P6 for Mr. Bozak. P7 for Juan Cruz. Number 88, Vestrala, finds himself in P8. Andy Jackson finds himself P9 after a lengthy repairs and spin. Hubbard finds himself 10th, 1 lap down. And Russ Money McMillan finds himself 11th, also 1 lap down. And that is Andy Jackson passing the number 88, who has found himself in the wall. And who has towed himself back to the pits. Oh, Bozak may have crashed. Oh! Finally losing that place out to Juan Cruz after an amazing battle. Just unfortunate. We're going to have to find... This is the number 88's crash as he just goes... Oh my God! That is a violent, violent collision. We're going to look at that on multiple replays. Oh my God, that's a violent collision. Curtis Hubbard was towed to the pits as well. So we're going to find that out why here shortly. Ah, I see. You just couldn't get back, I see. And that's going to be it from Estrella, I think. He's left the server. So, no close battles at the moment. Juan Cruz is technically the closest battle we have. So, what do you guys think of the chaos? Typical Bathurst, or is this a little much? Alex Hansen may have crashed. Oh, that is a brutal, brutal collision. So now the closest gap is Alex Hansen to Joe Cruz. Decided to drink beer and watch. Well, sir, I'm happy to have you. I'm drinking root beer, so close enough. Cheers to you. Hopefully the Jays can hold this 4-3 lead and I can be proven wrong. Flight Sim Race, if you're still here, what do you think so far? Surely you've found yourself some nice. Currently the top gainers of the race, as you can see on your left-hand side, Blake Roach with gaining 5, Salas Janssen gaining 3, Juan Cruz gaining 1. The top losers, obviously Andy, who qualified P3. Wait until next. Dude, I love wet races. Wet races are a blast. Oh, we lost Hubbard. No. I think that is the worst crash I've seen in quite a while. Oh, that could have been dangerous for Alex Hansen there. I think that Australic cross is probably the worst thing I've ever seen in quite a long time. Like, that is just a brutal, brutal collision. He just, honestly, it legitimately looks like he just had enough. And I can't necessarily blame him. All right, well, we're going to ride on board with Evans and Borg for a bit. In the meantime. That's a driver going through the pits. That's Juan Cruz. These cameras are weird. That's Morgan Denno. Why are we not on board with Evans Borg? Evans got a pit soon. I think he'll be okay. If anyone can survive. Nice, Dalton Forshaw. And there, just speak of the devil there, Tony. You predicted correctly. Evan has indeed got a pit soon. Probably Morgan has to as well. Not speeding in the pit lane. Salas Jansen and probably Blake Roche all will have to do the same. They have all not pitted. Some drivers take it a little bit more softly than others. And there goes Evan. Out of the box. 14.2. Mr. Morganetto. 15.3. A little bit more. Should see Blake coming into the pits now. Yep. He might have sped. Let's see how long is... Wow. Andy's gained a few places. He's just got to really pedal the gas. And that's Salas Jansen. Off he goes. So about a 38-second pit stop. 20 more seconds to go for Blake Roche. Andy is pushing like hell to try and get him here. As I say that, we're going to have a side-by-side battle. Bozak and Cruz continuing their rivalry. And that is Bozak taking back the position he lost. Coming out of the pits is Blake Roche right into the waiting depths of Mr. Andy Jackson, who's right on his fucking ass. Juan Cruz has to pit. And so does Alex Hansen. That will allow Bozak to gain those 2 places. But now the battle is on for Andy Jackson to get at least into the top 4. Andy just trying to hold on to Blake Roche. Taking the wider line. Electing to try and get a better exit. A little bit squirrely from the BMW. And he's going to try and use that Ford Mustang speed. Up ahead is Russ Money McMillan. He's supposed to be McMillian. I'm just fucking butchering the stuttering today. Look how close Mr. Jackson can get. His Lions won. Can he get a win here? Unlikely. But he could definitely get P4 if he tries hard enough. I do believe that is Russ that just spun out. On your left-hand side. And I would be correct in that notion. It's almost like I can predict the future. Ooh, that's a little bit wide. Here comes Andy Jackson. Is he going to think about a bold move? He feints the inside. Blake Roche doesn't bite. $11 minutes left to go in this session. 1 inning to go in the Blue Jays game. And that is going to be a driver coming off ahead. That's Salas Jansen, folks. What? He is hurt, and he is hurt bad. Oh no, it's the second crash that we need to see. Oh my god, it's all come apart. No, it's the first. What the heck has happened to Salas Janssen? How has he lost his rear wing? How long has he not had that for? No downforce. And that is going to be a forced pit stop, I think, for Salas. He might be meatballed with not having a rear wing at all. Yep. So now this battle is now for a podium. Andy Jackson from the pit lane is going to be fighting for a podium with Blake Roach, and down they go, down towards turn 2. Who is going to be the last on the brakes? And that is going to be Andy Jackson taking the final podium position with 10 minutes to go. Salas Janssen in a podium position, unfortunately losing his rear wing. I don't know when, folks, because he lost it way, way early on then. And he's just been like, I don't see where he's driving slow. Alex Hansen trying to catch Bozak for a top 5 finish. Me, on the other hand, oh my god, they brought in Hoffman after he pitched last night? 2 innings? Oh my god. This is either the biggest 5-head or the most stupidest play I've seen by our manager yet. Slowly gaining. Very slowly is Alex Hansen gaining. That's an off track. Alex Hansen's going to lose time doing that. Make your predictions, folks. Is Hansen going to get Bozak for the top 5 with 7 minutes to go? That's ball 3. Don't walk a guy, Hoffman, please. I beg of you. Oh, swinging strike. Very nice. That's 1K. That's a strikeout looking. I'll check in on you guys in a bit. I'm going to go to the chase cam now. Look how close Salas Hansen gets. And that's Bozak pitting? Conceding the position? Interesting. A little bit of a splash and dash for Bozak. Juan Cruz going to try and chase him down, but I don't think he's going to have enough time. Oh, we're at 2 outs now. Oh, I got to throw it on. I'm going to have to mute so that way I don't hear anything. But with 1 out, I got to throw it on. All right, 1 out left for the Jays to make their postseason, to make their World Series. We have a slim 1-run lead. If it's a home run, it's over. Or it's a tie game. He just needs 1 out. There's ball 1 thrown. Closest battle is Juan Cruz to Mr. Bozak. Not a lot of time left on the clock. 3 minutes and 51 seconds to be exact. As ball 2 to the Seattle first hitter Rodriguez. You do not want to put Cal Raleigh with a dude on base. As strike 1 now to Hoffman. Thankfully, he threw a strike. I'd be checking my blood pressure too, old man. And that is foul tip, strike 2. 1 more strike and the Jays are on to the World Series. And no close battles, folks. Just this one. It's a full count now. Running out. You can't walk him because that'll put Cal Raleigh on. Evan Zaborg's been dominant. No challengers to him and his Aston Martin. Can the Jays go on to the World Series? And the Jays are going to the World Series. They beat the Seattle Mariners in Toronto, winning a home game 7. I didn't think it was fucking possible, folks. Oh, Sam Bozak had a black flag, probably for speeding, if I had to guess. Maybe a drive-through. For too many off tracks. This will be the final lap of the race. The marshal waving his white flag, and we're going to take it all with Zaborg. The man who took away from this race and never looked back. Been dominant this entire time. No challenge, no scare. No worries whatsoever. Just one more safe trip up the mountain, taking in all the sights and the scenery, all the people watching you survive Mount Panorama. Not even win, survive. Juan Cruz is making this a close battle, though, with Sam Bozak, however. So once Zaborg crosses the line, we'll keep an eye on that. But Evan Zaborg has earned his victory lap. He has earned the right to stay on that first step. As if there was any doubt from the man who has the most incredible amount of pace in this Aston Martin, in iRacing himself. The man who has the most iRating, unsurprisingly, wins the race. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner for at Bathurst is Evan Zaborg. Congratulations to him. He earns a well-dominant P1 finish. The man who has come second best to him once again, Morgan Denno, will finish P2. And that is someone who's just decided to crash their car at full speed, and I can't necessarily blame them. And that is Morgan Denno ripping his front wing off. P3 is freaking miles away. I don't know why it says it's Blake Roche. Oh my god, did Andy lose it? No, that's weird. Huh? I'm so confused right now. Because on my sheet, it says Blake Roche is ahead. But on the left here, it says Andy Jackson is. I'm just as confused as you are, folks. So let's see what happens when it crosses the line here. I guess Blake Roche takes P3. He takes the checkered flag. Yeah, I guess so. Andy Jackson's going to have to settle for a not podium finish and finish fourth. So congratulations to Blake Roche for getting back onto that podium position. Oh, that's tough as he T-bones Zaborg. Alex Hansen's going to finish P5. A good top 5 finish for him. And behind him is going to be Russ Money McMillan, mercifully finishing this race as he is just going to go full speed into nothing. Bozak will take P6, and to end this race, Juan will take P7. So, Evan Zaborg will win the race. Morgan Denno and Blake Roche. Oh my god. Morgan Denno and Blake Roche will complete the podium. Andy Jackson, Alex Hansen will complete your top 5. Bozak, Cruz, Jansen, McMillan, and Vlastra will complete your top 10. Hubbard and then Ichano will round out the rest of the field. Thank you all so much for joining me on my inaugural stream. Hope it went well. Hope you all enjoyed it. I'm hoping to be back next week when it's going to be possibly wet, when it's going to most likely be wet and messy. So stay tuned for that. We will see you all next week here at Degenerate Race League. Have a good night.